something ever happened to my musical thrill, I'll go crazy. And darling, your love is just like
And now we are back with yet another special episode of the Culture's favorite podcast, where culture is celebrated and covered at a high level. You are now listening to the Culturally Organic Podcast, brought to you by Fresh and Culturally Invested LLC. Welcome back to a new episode. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share our content.
35.
Yeah, 35. Crazy episode, man.
Trust you again for the whole cast. We here. What's good, y'all? It's your boy Fresh. Shout out to the official sponsor, Truck Bryan Cleaning Crew. That's our first official sponsor. We're gonna have a bunch more coming in. We appreciate them so much. Keep rocking with us. If you need anything clean, your house, your condo, your rehab center, your doctor's office, your nail salon, your barbershop, whatever you need clean, get at Truck Bryan Cleaning Crew. I'm gonna try to get a discount code or something for the subscribers, for the likers, for the followers, for my supporters, so we could do the business with Truck Bryan. Everybody get their stuff clean, and maybe we get y'all a discount or whatever. But y'all gotta definitely like, comment, subscribe. But shout out Truck Bryan Cleaning for our first official sponsor. Alright, so look, the question of the week is, how could one be more disciplined? Jan said, how could he be more disciplined? In the sense of what? Just in general?
Just in the sense of like locking in and knocking down whatever goals you set for yourself. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I would say definitely write them down.
Okay. Have a checklist.
Have a checklist. I would say probably break them down in the sense of like, you know, sometimes when you're thinking that you just put everything together. So if you separate things, sometimes you could get this done and this done and this done. Right. So I would say break them down and just try to be that voice in your head, because that's the real big part, you know? Like,
push yourself. You really gotta push yourself.
It's the real big part, you know what I mean? That's the real big part, so. That's a tough question, though. Because everybody's discipline looks different.
For me, I would say, like, you did say break down, but I was going to say, like, more like make half steps. Like, you make sure you have your next goal. It's like short goals.
Short goals, yeah.
Not really like
have different type of goals.
Not looking at the biggest picture. Look at the short term first.
Right.
I made it here. That's a milestone. That's what I mean. That's your milestone that you want to get to. Alright, now let me celebrate a little bit. I'm cool. Now let me get to the next.
So are you saying, like, basically, like, have a short-term goal, like kind of a middle goal, and a long-term goal?
Like, have your main goal.
Have goals leading up to the goal. So even if you got long-term, short-term, even your short-term goal, you can have miniature goals leading up to those short-term goals. Like your everyday process could be, alright, but like, my goal this week is to fucking bench 225, but today I'm starting at 145, but tomorrow I know I gotta add 20.
Right.
And the day after that, I'm going to add 20.
Right.
Stack your goals to hit those goals.
No, I get it.
That's what I got out of it.
Yeah.
No, yeah, 100%. Yeah.
What you got? You got something for that? Discipline, basically.
No, just like, whatever you believe is discipline. Like, I'm going to tell you the truth. Like, everybody knows.
Before you get into the message.
Like, everybody knows what they should be doing. Everybody knows what they shouldn't be doing. We all go through a battle within ourselves to try to be disciplined. So you know what you're supposed to be doing. You know what you're not supposed to be doing.
Right.
Try to move towards those positives and less negatives. That's it, really. I know everybody go through that same shit in their mind.
Right.
Yeah, that's 100%.
You know
You're your biggest, you know?
Your biggest critic, for sure.
Biggest critic, biggest supporter, biggest fan.
You should be your biggest supporter. That's how you
definitely gotta be your biggest supporter.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
You gotta sometimes understand, like, with discipline, it's really what you want. So that's the main thing too, I feel like. So, like I said, before we segue, y'all start saying that I was everybody discipline look different.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm trying to say? So.
And you can have false discipline too.
Yeah,
like, the false discipline, like, let's say, like,
you know,
we basketball players, right? So the false discipline, you used to working out every day, but is that because you're getting up to work out every day? Or if you don't go to practice, you're going to be penalized?
Yeah. And also, too, you working out every day, but are you going that hard?
Talk about it. Talk about it.
Nah, yeah, for real.
That's real life.
Yeah, man, so...
You
can do something repetitive, but it's not
to
the highest extent of your...
No, you're trying to get better. Everything we do, we trying to get better.
Yeah. But the message of the week...
That's why I got this is a special episode. I got some stuff in store for y'all. Y'all probably don't even really y'all can't really tell what I wrote because it don't look that good, but I know we're gonna get into it. But what's the message of the week?
The message of the week, due to what's going on the internet, a lot of people, you know...
Yeah, you passing my soda?
Keep some things to yourself. I feel like that's most important right now because as we seeing it's been for years what the podcasting has been doing to our community, or not even just our community, like certain individuals.
In general,
just because they want to give up certain information, whether to sway people's judgment that's watching it, or just to get clout off of the things that they're doing, or maybe the things that they're not doing to build a certain image. But what's happening with that now is like the law is really cracking down. Like law enforcement, cops, feds, they're all cracking down on these podcasts, on these social media posts, on everything because they're looking for their next case. People get paid hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to put people behind bars. And if you're giving them clues and context clues and you think you're being funny, you think you're telling a joke, no, they're going to look into that. If there's some truth to it, they're going to come and get you. As we can see right now, what's going on with the Big U shit is crazy. Loose Cannon, Brick Baby. There's been a whole bunch of guys like AR Ab, we spoke on that before. Right. There's a lot of things going on to where you could protect, like you see if they even got Yellow Beezy, they putting up his Vlad TV interviews. Like, come on, like if you don't see what's going on right now, my best advice is to just keep certain things to yourself. Like, be okay with not having people like know what you got going on for real. Like, even if it's something, it could be something positive or negative. Like, keep your things to yourself and try to flourish them. You don't need outside like.
So you mean amongst yourself, like to yourself, or like amongst your loved ones too?
To yourself.
Yeah, to yourself. Period. I feel like that shit is like a drug nowadays, bro. Like just being known for doing like something.
Notoriety for stuff.
Yeah.
I agree. It's gotten out of control.
It's too influential.
Everything people do, they go to their phone and record it. It's getting out of control. So I agree. Definitely. So what's the whole message of the week? Let's finish it out.
That's the whole message right there. Keep things to yourself.
Keep things
whether
to yourself.
It be positive or negative.
Okay.
Sometimes we jump the gun and we want to tell people some positive shit that we going on. We don't know what type of energy they got towards us. Niggas could smile in your face but really hate you behind your back. But not just saying like the energy is gonna fuck up what you got going on. But niggas, if you doing something, niggas will see it.
Yeah, that too.
You know what I'm saying?
Nah, for sure.
And on the negative side, definitely keep that shit to yourself. You don't need no cold deeds. You don't need to essentially confide in nobody, like you said, as far as like family and your spouse or whatever. You don't need to confide in nobody.
I mean, I said family.
Even that. Keep all that shit to yourself.
I condone. You can tell your family you did something good, alright? Like, we got a group chat. We congratulate each other when we do good stuff, so that's good too.
Yeah, but that's after you get it done.
Yeah, but keep your stuff. I know what you're talking about. You're talking about your business. Keep your business.
Keep everything to yourself. They want to find out, let them find out.
Your A, B, and C conversation, see like that business to yourself. Keep that busy. So let's get to something else, right? Say So P got killed.
Who? Oh yeah,
and Sauce Walker got shot.
It's
kind of like similar with keep your business to yourself because he posted himself on social media where they was at. I think they was at the W or whatever hotel they was at.
And posted himself in the Sprinter.
Yeah.
Knowing he got problems out there, stacks of money. You know,
a bunch of YouTube videos about it right now. But supposedly, actually that's a different case. That's a Yellow Beezy case. They said something with Yellow Beezy where he might actually beat that case now in his bond.
His bond got lowered.
Yeah, it got lowered. So.
But with the Say So P shit, one thing I don't so when the shooting happened, a piece of information came out that like niggas stood over Sauce Walker, looked at him, seen it was Sauce Walker, and was like, nah, this ain't for you. But the video just came out, and nothing like that happened.
So niggas be coming up.
Niggas just juicing stories to
make
it seem some way it's not, and that could be real pivotal.
Back to mind your business.
You know what I'm saying? So that shit wild.
I ain't see the clip, but I did see him like. I want to say maybe like hours after the shooting,
talking with friends and
stuff like that. I mean, his energy and shit was good. You know, he was happy to be alive, but then you just lost an artist. You just lost your friend.
But So the day before, he did an interview. Source Walker did an interview talking about basically talking about the remember the incident that happened with the guy. I forget what state it was. But he had a daughter. He got shot at the car wash.
Yeah.
He was basically saying like, oh, if you did dirt in the streets and like no matter who you got, you shouldn't. You don't got time to be a father. You don't like you. You can't be like you can't be certain things if you in the street.
That makes sense.
Basically saying that, and so he said that the day before he ended up getting killed. So when you say that make me already know that he feel like that. So that's why he
moved how he moved. But I'm saying like you still glorifying being in somebody else's neighborhood when you know that niggas is looking for you.
He was doing that at 6OP.
I just feel like people
R.I.P.
Really,
but that's what was going on.
Not really like moving tact. Like I don't know.
Yeah, that's the fact.
Nigga like me, bro. If I feel like my life in danger, or if I feel like it's threatening, or if I know I can't go to this park,
I'm not moving a certain way. I'm not posting nothing on Instagram. I'm not posting nothing on Instagram.
I'm not posting nothing. I'm not going over there. I need to keep my bread.
Post it after when I'm at the crib.
Expenses to myself. You feel me?
I'm posting on Instagram when I'm at the crib.
One of the stories with that was that he ran off with 200,000 or something like that, like 275,000.
Yeah.
And then he kept flaunting it in pictures and shit like that. Then his mom came out and she was like, yo, that shit false. I ain't never, my son would give money to people. He ain't never, And I feel like that's one of those situations where Mama Love need to just take a step back.
Yeah, 100%.
They came out with one of his old posts.
Mama Love never know what's going on.
One of his old posts on Facebook, he talking about a whole bunch of like, he tagged his mom in that post. He was talking about a whole bunch of fucked up shit he did.
You my boy like that. Nah, you still.
That shit is wild. Situations like that is unfortunate.
Nah, it is.
You reap what you sow in this world.
Nah, it is what it is, bro. Listen, Big U got the same situation.
Yeah.
Same
situation. Not
same situation.
Not same situation, but he's facing the charges for a murder.
I see he's facing life.
They thought he was facing something about like extortion, RICO, all that, but they saying that he like I saw a couple of videos with Adam 22 talking about the feds investigating him for the murder of Nipsey Hussle.
Yeah, that's what Adam 22 said. The feds came and told him.
Yep. So.
About the cease and desist that he served to No Jumper about him wanting them to not air that clip.
Episode,
yeah.
And
it was that whole event with Black
It wasn't just a clip. That's people. It's a whole
Big
episode.
U trying to fight Nipsey because of the diss song, and Fats punching Big U, and
trying to pop on Fats. Fats put him on his pamper.
Yeah, and it was a shootout. Black Sam got arrested. Yeah,
it's a lot.
All that shit coming out.
There's a lot of time to that kind of shit.
They even jumped into one of his old interviews where he was talking about how he had Nipsey signed for 10 years from what the contract was from 2009 to 2019, and it just so happened that Nip died.
They said that he did bad before he went in, and he was like, don't say nothing, don't talk to them.
From a different Instagram account.
He did kind of do bad. He did kind of do bad with that.
I'm going to ask y'all a question, right? This is completely off of this, right? Not completely, but if you facing charges like that, you turning yourself in or you running?
I'm out.
Yeah, niggas gonna have to catch me.
Hasta la vista, baby.
Niggas gotta catch me, baby.
I'm out of here.
You know how niggas get here? I'm getting there.
Out of here.
I'm telling you, I'm getting there, bro. Getting there, bro.
Out of here.
Take me there.
They're not gonna let me back out.
Take
Niggas not gonna release me.
Let's go.
No bond, no nothing.
Bro,
I'm done. I'm about to
go to Mexico. I'll go to DR. I'll go anywhere, bro.
Anywhere, just take the bread and go.
Bro, I'm out.
Take the bread and go.
I don't even need it, bro. I'm gonna work. I'm gonna be I'm out. Bro, you know what I was facing here? I was facing it's over. I was facing this over here, bro. I can go anywhere else and make a better living. I was facing this over here, bro. I'm out.
Go to Mexico.
Do whatever.
Get a real face transplant.
But, hey,
oh, no.
You know what I'm saying?
He just might gotta be Big U, but he gotta
type shit.
He ain't Big U no more.
He gotta turn the nigga's crib out there.
Nah, you got
You know niggas go places and start a set.
nigga, you go get a face transplant.
That's what you about to go do. That's he was better off doing that.
Go places and start a set.
He was better off doing that, gangster, bro. I'm telling you, he had Mexican niggas jacking crib. Roller 60 in Mexico. He would have had a set in Mexico, and then
Extorting niggas that
extorting niggas that have been over. Still extorting Canelo now. Yeah. That got. It's like, nah, I know I be.
I dig it.
Look, you know what I'm saying? I be on my conspiracy shit.
Make a little.
But look, Free Dirt. He just dropped some new music.
Dirt, man.
We did a little reaction to it, so that'll drop. That probably already dropped by now.
Out of 10, what y'all give it so far?
We gave it a 9. It was a Jhené Aiko joint. It was alright, that right? Yeah. It was alright.
Oh, that track or the full album?
That was the biggest song so far.
The track is a 9, yeah.
Yeah, the track was
is a 9.
It did 1.2 million so far.
Jhené Aiko did her thing too.
See?
Yeah.
It was the blend. It was the blend.
I gave it an 8.
Nice.
I gave it an 8 because it was a little like sad for me right now. I'm in a happy place in my life, so I gave it an 8. It was a good song. It was a good song. You know what I'm saying? I
got an 8 for the full album though. I listened to it on the way here.
8? I ain't
First listen, I got an 8.
I was telling Devin I was looking for the hype music. I ain't gonna.
Me too, but I feel like right now that's not his.
That's not
his
vibe.
message and his vibe right now.
Will Smith dropped some shit too.
Will Smith?
It's called Based on a True Story. Will Smith back rapping. Say he talked to Jay-Z and he talked to what's he talked to? He talked to Jay-Z and he talked to Kendrick.
I like that for Will.
I do too.
I gotta
Because
check that
I
out.
ain't gonna front.
A lot of people won't know that he's one of the
We
rap.
can do a reaction to that shit.
He
That's
one of the
like
rap
4
pioneers.
minutes. Man.
Say that again?
So a lot of people don't know Will Smith is one of the rap pioneers.
Yeah.
1,000%.
If I'm not mistaken,
Summertime.
He did. Him and
Summertime.
Jazzy Jeff.
Wine.
He's one of the people that made it okay for us to be on the air.
Hello.
LL, shout out to LL.
You know what's a classic? What's a classic without even really being a song?
What?
Now this is a story. Yo,
That shit went triple platinum in the church, bro.
Bro, you can play that in a party, it's gonna go up, bro. Niggas gonna sing that, bro. And then just fucking around, they gonna sing, they gonna sing that shit, bro. And then put some fire shit on after that. You know how niggas gonna live. I'm actually about to download that. We about to go. You know what's up.
I got a question behind that.
What's up?
No, Fresh Prince was a household shit. What we going with? Fresh Prince, Martin, or the Wayans brothers?
The classical question.
You got it.
The classical culture question.
We bringing it back.
This is the classical culture question.
Martin, Fresh Prince.
That's how I'm feeling every day. That might switch. Next week I might switch. That's why that was such a good question like that. Mama biscuit. Gina.
We ain't break it down like that before.
He said buckwheat.
Yo, we put them in order?
No.
BDB.
No order, just picking one.
I'm gonna say,
I gotta go Marty Mark, gang. That's for me.
I'm going Wayans Brothers.
Wayans Brothers classic too.
That's tough. I might go Martin too. Ain't gonna lie.
He said pop, pop, pop to the chicken. Pop. So I said pop, pop, pop to the chicken.
No, that's a tough one.
Wayans Brothers was a classic. I ain't gonna.
But I ain't gonna fry. I feel like I watched more. Like growing up, I feel like I watched more.
I was thinking the 2D clip.
Fresh Prince is OD too.
Wayans Bros, Martin.
Fresh Prince is OD too. Fresh Prince, all of them was OD.
Yeah.
Those are probably my 3 that, like, if I had to watch any 3 shows for the rest of my life, that's the 3 I'm picking.
We got 3 Martins.
Or I might take one of them out and put like a Sopranos or like The Wire or something like that. And if I had 3 shows for the rest of your life, I'm not gonna watch all funny shows. I'll probably pick 2 funny shows and one like.
Sopranos in there?
Sopranos versus your life?
Sopranos in there?
I never seen the Sopranos. I'm gonna keep it up.
Classical.
Sopranos in there?
I like HBO Max. Woke up this. Tony Soprano?
What's your top 3? Hold on.
Tony Soprano?
No.
What like movies like shows like that?
Top 3 shows.
Now it's definitely Power.
Who Power?
The regular. The main. All this other shit is cool, but it's the main. Like when it started and it had Ghost, that shit was OD. That Power, The Wire, and Sopranos.
I'm gonna keep it a buck.
And I ain't gonna lie, watch the comments go crazy. Say this nigga, sometimes I don't be telling y'all niggas the comments. I'm about to tell y'all the comments in the chat. They be wild. Bro, I ain't gonna lie, they be agreeing with me sometimes. One day they
The Wire is a classic.
One day they agree with me though. They wild me up one day. I ain't gonna I was tight. I can't tell them this one. I ain't gonna lie. Then they was on my side one day. I should, but I said I can't. I gotta keep leaving. But they be bugging.
The Wire is a classic.
Like, comment, subscribe.
The Wire is definitely
it's top 3 for me.
Definitely a classic. I never seen Power after the Ghost shit though. I never seen no.
Yeah, Power's definitely in there now. 50 stamped that. There's nothing else that's like that. That's like.
I'm not gonna lie.
It's nothing else, and it's so crazy that 50's on Stars. You know what I'm saying? Sopranos was on HBO, like back in the day, because HBO was at that. Remember that shit? Remember commercial shit? Black and white.
So Dan, what you got top 3?
Top 3 shows.
I got The Wire, My Wife and Kids.
My Wife and Kids is amazing.
No, we talking about. I thought we was talking about like.
That's a show.
All time.
That's a show.
I thought we was talking about like prom shows.
No, but that's
I think y'all 3 prom shows.
That's your top 3.
No, that's not my top 3, y'all. That's not my top 3, y'all. Nigga,
this is the shit I be talking about, y'all.
Well, I know that's why he said Sopranos.
That's why he said
What was that about, right?
top 3 in general, bro.
Nobody
said no genre with you.
I thought we were talking about prom shows. Like, prom genre.
No.
I said Power.
You brought that up.
Alright, so let's not go now about the end. Go ahead. That wasn't mine. That was my prom genre.
So 3 top.
Me, you want me to go over?
No, let Devin go.
Alright. My Wife and Kids. The Wire. And I got Power. I ain't gonna lie.
Alright, okay, Jamie Foxx.
So I got Jamie Foxx. I got Law and Order SVU.
That's
my
tough.
shit.
Tough.
Olivia, that's my.
That's
big girl right there. And I got.
I gotta jump this. This is what niggas mad funny.
You got what's your last one?
I can't even. I'm trying to think like.
That's why I said like
Shit tough. I ain't gonna lie.
you really gotta. You gonna put me on the spot first.
Right.
So
What?
You said Blueback Mountain? Remember that shit on Netflix?
Yeah.
Blue Mountain State.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say My Wife and Kids too.
My Wife and Kids?
Some funny shit, yeah.
My Wife and Kids?
I'm trying to think of some funny shit.
Okay, My Wife and Kids, Jamie Foxx, and
Law and Order.
My son said, nah.
I'll probably do.
He said you dropped something.
I got it. I'll go
He said you dropped something.
My favorite? That's tough. I got Power. For sure, Power.
I'm with you.
For sure, Power.
I watch a lot of anime and shit too though, so I don't feel me.
That's my favorite, man.
I
would definitely change it.
Definitely
I
Power.
already know my number 2. I just know number 3.
Damn, I forgot the name.
He's not smart. You like Small Guy?
I like Small Guy. But
Small Guy was
not
lit.
a top show.
Yeah,
Small Guy was lit.
Power.
The Parkers.
I got a show that niggas.
Parkers was classic.
Niggas is not really
we
gonna
should.
fuck with at all.
I know my top shows. I got it.
My second top show is
Oh no, I take that back. Not My Wife and Kids, Moesha for sure.
Moesha.
I had a crazy crush on her,
That
bro.
was a fact.
Crazy crush on Brandy. No funny
Go
shit.
ahead.
I like Frasier.
Frasier.
For real?
Facts. I was watching so Frasier used to come on at 12 o'clock when
What's
I was
that?
a kid. It's a show. It's
like some white
a
guy.
show. It used to come on Channel 5 at 12 o'clock. I never used to go to sleep when I was a kid.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I used to watch that shit.
You ain't gonna lie. You know what's tough too? The Nanny.
I fuck with the Nanny.
You
That
know
second
my
show,
shit?
one of my
Yeah,
other
yeah.
shows
Yeah,
too.
the
I got
Nanny's
y'all.
fire, yeah.
I got mine.
But that same show was
We're
definitely.
going to about my third show.
Go ahead, man. Your show. I got mine. Cause I
I
don't
don't even
forget.
know. Now, do you think I'm
Alright, look.
Nigga, he been cooking over there. That's what he
Mine. I
cooking.
got mine. I got it.
3 top
done.
shows, that's it.
Martin.
Okay.
Power.
Okay.
106 in Park. That's it.
That's not a show. That's not a show though.
Bro, if we still taking seasons and we can put them on tape and we watch them just forever, yes, that's a show. I could watch mad seasons of that We were just talking about AJ and Free.
If we doing that, then I can be
Terrence
wilding
and
out.
Roxy. Bow Wow, one of that shit. Man, hoes.
We talking about.
Or I might even put Rap City, but I ain't gonna lie.
So then you could put Wild.
That's mine.
You could put Wild out.
Nah, do your thing.
I changed my shit because y'all was saying all the time.
Nigga said
106.
So you could put Wildin' Out in that.
Culture. Huh?
You could put Wildin' Out in that.
Fire. Wildin' Out could go in there. Wildin' Out got mad seasons. Wildin' Out definitely could go in there.
Yeah, definitely can go in there.
Definitely could.
That shit been on since the early 2000s or some shit like that.
At the family reunion, who we introducing? My name is Freshie, and I pull up with the bread.
Okay.
And you already know, all them kids, they gon' be fat. At the family reunion, who we introducing? Oh, y'all got one? Who we introducing?
My name's Chance, and I love to dance.
Yeah.
I like to get fly, so I change my pants.
I'm family reunion. Oh, we introduced.
I'm changing my shit though. I'm thinking about it. I'm gonna go Power. I'm gonna go Game of Thrones. And never watched Game of Thrones?
Nah,
Game of Thrones is
I seen a
fire.
couple trailers though.
Game of Thrones is fire.
What is it on?
It'll be on
HBO.
HBO.
I think it's HBO, yeah.
Still watch Game of Thrones.
Max got mad shits.
But that's how I was
Hulu
with Power
too.
too, though. I ain't gonna lie.
And I'm gonna go. It was this show. I think it was called Jackie Chan Adventures on Channel 11. It's
I know what you're talking about. And he had like the little
That's your
stone.
favorites ever?
Of my life?
Okay.
He had like the little
Think about
dragon
your
stone.
life. Yeah, the talisman.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah.
That was fire.
Dragon Town. That's what he talking about.
No.
He talking about Dragon Town.
My favorite show.
But don't even do that though, because I was
That was my shit, though.
I
I
was
ain't gonna
Jack
lie,
and
that was my
Dragon
shit.
I'd rather all
He said, "Come on, the magic school bus." That was Jack and that shit too.
Miss
I ain't gonna. Yeah, talk about it.
Honorable mention.
What's her name?
Sons of Anarchy.
Damn, what's her name?
Sons of Anarchy was fire.
Miss Frizzle.
Prison
Shit
Break.
me.
Prison Break was good.
Prison Break was fire. My
Yeah,
man, the whole shit. Yeah, Prison Break was fire.
I think they.
Oh no!
Weeds. You ever seen Weeds on Netflix?
No.
You ever seen
Not
Weeds on
Jackie
Netflix?
Chan. Not Jackie Chan. My fault, y'all. My fault.
Yeah, what?
Power, Game of Thrones, and the last show was some shit called Burn Notice.
Okay, I like that.
That was my favorite show
that,
ever. I used
That
to
was
watch
on
that
USA,
shit
right?
all the
Power,
time.
Game of-
Bro, I used to watch that shit on the
solid.
pirate site.
That's good.
Nigga, that show, you could
Everybody
make
gets
anything out of anything to get away from anything. Shit was wild.
Okay. So we all.
Michael Weston.
That was a good That was actually a good pause segment because that's like niggas. You know, people be having pause literally about shows like.
What's y'all favorite show?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Put it in the comments right now.
comment, subscribe, drop
Put it in the comments. What's your favorite top three shows for you?
You know what I'm saying?
No genre, right?
Yeah.
No genre.
No genre.
Yeah.
Because I had to give him crime genre at first. Let's get into it. What it means to be a father. We got 3 fathers here. Haven't had a father yet, but
uncle, a father.
you could talk about what it means to have a father. The joy, some of the joys, some of the struggles, and some of the joys and some of the struggles of fatherhood, basically.
Alright, so let me go first then.
Yeah, you can go
I don't
first.
want no kids. Joy of having a father is someone that's there for you. I mean, don't get me wrong.
Talk up to
That's,
that.
nah, I got you.
Cause these only 2 mics on just so
I got
you
you.
know.
Alright, but
They
so
might not
the joys of having a father is like someone that's stepping up. Not even just like stepping up, just being there. Somebody you can talk to. I mean, even for us, like me and you grew up together.
Factor.
My joy was coming home. Dad and Pops getting up to have chicken,
fried rice, classical.
He passed us his.
You know
We go
what I'm
eat
saying?
his.
We all
Before
busted
we know
down
it, he
after
sleep.
school snack.
I'm playing a game. Did in his room. That's joy to me.
Sometimes I used to go to
That's the good time.
backyard.
time for real.
I ain't gonna lie. Like,
Hoop we used to be up. We gotta put the hoop back up. The hoop
for real. He used to do everything. That's how I feel like he's.
Jam. We got
He's the reason why they didn't be arguing outside playing basketball.
Then he was losing.
I was winning. It's on Facebook.
It really is.
Check the footage. Check the
Me and
footage,
Paul was
man.
going at it, but I won.
You was cooking them?
Nah, it was a
But
battle.
Jay was more of a football player.
Yeah, he was
Nah,
like,
they
my
really
son,
was bumping down.
Husky, my son, you gotta get around. That's why I was so physical. Remember when I was playing? It's physical, like Jay.
Yeah.
That's why I had. That's who I was getting. That was my practice guy. Like, so I had to get around the football players. So it had to be defense. I'm like this. You not. He like, you fouling me. You fouling me. We going at it. That used to be lit though. I remember them days forever, bro.
And you being little, bro, you just.
Yeah.
I was recording.
On Instagram.
He recording.
I said, y'all going up play. Y'all going up play.
And he the reason why it's on Facebook. That thing shit was live. We went.
I said, y'all can play.
2-1.
This shit lit.
For
2-1.
real.
I think it was
They
best,
really out
best
there.
2 out of 3.
Y'all look at my sneakers.
Yeah.
Sam, look at my sneakers.
Not even on that face, cause we went at it. Niggas was tired and all that.
Right outside.
But we playing in the back, bro. Bro, the rim used to be like 9-2, 9-3. So we throwing it.
Yeah,
It's getting crazy back here, bro. It was crazy. This was a garage and it's now it's a studio, man. It's crazy, bro. Man, listen.
But yeah, back to faults. And I feel like all you guys are important in children's lives, y'all children's lives, because at the end of the day, fathers teach their children the logic over emotions, because a lot of people is built over emotions.
Yeah, facts.
And those emotions trigger you doing something irrational.
Yeah.
That's what the real shit
Instead of
is.
sitting
I
down,
agree.
I should have screenshot.
thinking about the logic, you building that emotion.
what they said.
You holding it
Trying to
until you hit that moment where you just snap.
Just reacting.
But we don't need to snap.
To touch on that, I saw like something on the gram and it was basically like an emotion could be the biggest failure to like your next level of success. So basically trying to say like, and there was like more stuff going, it was like a little bit more, but basically saying like, my hand itching, that's good shit. But it was basically saying like, don't let your emotions get the best of you, because that can stop your bread. You get what I'm trying to say? And
it can fuck up opportunity for you.
You get me? And you're right. And us as dads, we do have to teach that, because listen, we get high-headed, and sometimes we know when we have space to be, and also we know when to hold in the fold. So what the key is that we cannot lead with like, you know what I mean? Like, that's the thing. You rationalize first until it gets to that point, and also too you deal with it, and you kind of nip it in the bud, and then you don't keep going back and forth as a man.
Right.
So you're right.
Yeah,
definitely.
There's one more thing. Y'all can do y'all all the other things.
Yeah.
But I just feel like y'all are the enforcers at the end of the day.
Right.
For sure.
Gotta be.
Anytime, like
protectors.
Whether girl or boy, at the end of the day, y'all gotta show them that I am here for
Start
you.
and finish with us.
Right.
Yeah.
I adore you. I love you. But at the end of the day, under my roof, you will listen. You will understand, and you will obey.
You'll learn.
You'll learn. Yeah.
Exactly.
You'll learn.
And after a point, we'll have a relationship that will be great. Because at the end of the day, I love you.
And
Get a little wisdom, baby. Yeah. Culturally organic, baby.
Culture. The culture.
But yeah,
Yeah, but that's what you do. But
you just
hit on the head.
Yeah.
hit it right on the head. But what y'all got for that though? Basically,
I mean, growing up without a pops, and I am a father myself, shit mean a lot. For me, I want to do everything right, but also I want to be able to mess up so I know how to continue to parent. You know what I'm saying? Like having my first kid, I was so scared to like mess up because I didn't have a father growing up, so I didn't have the stepping stones to. It's not a God to be a parent, but you get what I'm saying. Like I didn't have that God to show me like, okay, this is what you got to do. This is how you react. This is what you do. So like I grew as a man And when I had my second son, I was prepared for the ups and downs because I already went through it the first time.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it just made me stronger, you know, as a father. I'm trying not to repeat the same thing Dev said, but it's just to piggyback on what he says, like, it starts and ends with you. Right. You know? And then I got, you know, my son's a little up there in age. I try to be more logical with him because I want him to be able to express himself verbally instead of getting emotional. Because because when you express yourself verbally, you become a more logical thinker, right. And you can process your emotions mentally, right. Before you actually react and do something. Right. You feel me? So that's just to put what Dev said more in depth. But you know, it's ups and downs. It's parenthood though. You know, so
yeah. Nah, for sure. You want to touch on something? Or
what it mean to be a father is just being the leader of whatever you create. Right. But I feel like they touched on pretty much a lot of things. But one thing I want to touch on is like, you are a father for life.
Yeah, sure. They know. Yeah.
But when I say that, I mean like, yeah, you got your
emotional conversation with me. I ain't gonna cry. I love my kids.
You got your set of children
right.
that you're gonna make your mistakes with.
Mm-hmm.
But you know what's the best part about that? Mm-hmm. They're gonna have their set of children.
Mm-hmm.
And now you know what things to emphasize for your grandkids. You know right. what things not to emphasize. How to coach your children as them being parents to help them make the right decisions. Because when you think about it, you're setting up for the rest of your bloodline.
No, for sure.
Yeah. Like, really think about that shit.
I was talking to my pops about it the other day.
That's deep, too.
Our last name.
We creating layers of identity. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, the joy of it, I would say for sure is just every moment, not on some funny shit, but it's like you get the goods, the bad. Like Chance was kind of saying, you learn a lot. You know, you get to enjoy it with your family, your wife, you know what I mean? The kids get to enjoy each other's siblings, once you have several kids. Some of the struggles is like, for me, I would say, them growing. As much as you want to see them grow, it's like when they growing, you like getting like a little bit like, damn, like, look at you, like you talking, you moving, and it's good to see, but it's like, damn, it's crazy how fast life moves. Now you see what your parents were saying, like when you were young, like you got big so fast, but your kids grow so fast, literally. Like, and now my youngest about to be 1, so it's crazy. Like, time flies, and it's just like that. But I don't know, it's not too much struggles. It probably will be as they get older. I got daughters. I don't know. We just getting into it kind of.
I'll piggyback off that struggle of what you just said about them like growing, because like at what age are kids no longer attached?
Right.
Cause my son.
Oh yeah. Right.
At what age is he gonna like feel himself in this? Oh, Dad.
Well, you know what age.
Don't hug me. Don't be on top.
Middle school.
You think so?
Middle school. Not that it's not gonna be like that. It's still gonna be because listen.
Well, we don't know the future.
Listen, we was still Dad, cause you still going Dad. You know Dad. You look at Dad like Dad know everything. So you're still gonna come to Dad and ask Dad everything. But like certain steps, you're gonna drift off a little bit. You're gonna be getting to you on a little while. So it ain't gonna be so much. Jump on your back, Dad's like, Dad was good, I'm cool now. You know what I'm trying to say? So I'm like you now.
Now I'm walking in my room.
I'm Junior, you know what I'm saying? Don't think I'm Junior, Dad, I'm like you. You know what I'm saying? Now it's a point to prove, so that's how I feel like it's definitely gonna get, so. But it's cool though. It's cool to look forward to, but like I said, it just goes so fast. That's the only thing that's really what I was saying more so, but
yeah, I can dig that.
Another thing I want to ask, since we all got brothers, is how do you think brotherhood affects your identity?
I think it depends on your situation at home.
Okay.
I think brotherhood affects your identity by your situation at home because, like in my crib, like, you know, I basically, like, I had to sacrifice a lot. I used to miss practice, gotta go pick him up type shit.
Right.
But, like,
Remember, Jay Quines picked me up.
Feel me? If I didn't have to do that, I probably would have been at practice. Probably would have did this. Probably would have did that.
I'm gonna like, tell you he was late.
Of course.
Yeah, Pops used to be.
Of course. What the fuck?
He said,
why are you late?
Stop being late to pick up your brother.
Why are you late? What you doing?
Yeah.
You know, in between those times, you always doing something.
Was playing.
He getting some shit done.
He was playing.
He probably was.
He picking me up. I was in the office. Last 5 kids.
He put all the time into the office. His life after school, nigga.
He used to be wildin'.
I know that vibe.
Jerseys and school pants.
But it's like, right, even with that, like, at my crib, I got a little brother. I gotta, like, keep him sturdy. Let him know what's going on, this, that, and this, that. That ain't my job.
Right.
It ain't, well, let me not say that. It's not supposed to be
you're right.
a brother's job. You're supposed to go,
right.
like you said, to the pops, your pops,
right.
But just, it depends on your
but
situation.
Say, even with my pops in the crib, in the sense, me and my brothers, I feel like we kind of raise each other. Because when you get to a certain point, we start, like, it's like a underhit and protect. It's like a secret society. What we know is trust. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it start to get like, what you doing? And we all talking about certain shit, and like, not that they the ops, they still parents, but it's like, you're not knowing what's going on.
You're not knowing the shit
us.
that we doing that can get us in trouble.
Yeah,
no, that's a fact.
Or even,
I go to him.
Even that. Or just the other, you know what I mean? Other side, you know what I mean? Like,
nah, for real. I ask for advice from him.
Everything ain't for your parents.
Let me go before I go with my mom and my dad.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something real quick.
So
they out the loop.
You get me? Like, you definitely. So I would say, to counter you, you're right. It's not, but in a way, it always ends up like we always raise each other anyways, because that's just how it is with siblings. I feel like, because once you get to that teenage age, parents can't get neither if it's both. They could be structure. Both help structure. Because Pops, he gonna boop, 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 stop playing.
Right.
So now you gonna keep a certain respect. Mama love there, you think you're the man. You know what I'm trying to say? Shit like that. Or you have to be the man. You get what I'm trying to say? Or whatever situation it is.
That's what I'm saying.
You get me?
It depends on your situation.
But Pops there, you know Pops like, yeah, nigga. Fuck, I owe you, nigga. It's my crib. It's like, I'm well off.
My crib. Go by my rules.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You say you want some Kool-Aid? What Mel was telling you, that's how Pops come. You want some Kool-Aid? It's my shit, you. So.
But see now, so this how the relationship will be different, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like just how you said, you get out of line, Pops, boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
You could go cry to your brothers. Like, this nigga was wild.
Yeah.
No Pops in the crib.
Even bros could
now listen. No Pops in the crib.
Mm-hmm.
Little bro get out of line. You got a boom, boom, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Do you become the person he confides to? Or do you become the enemy?
Enemy, because what happens is that's tough.
What boundaries?
You do become enemy because you know why? Because of that fear. And it's not that you're trying to create a fear, but the fear comes because you're trying to discipline and make the little bro understand. The little bro gets scared and it turns into not scared but like a fear, like, okay, I don't want to do nothing to me, so I'm hot. Now that goes to I'm hiding stuff. And now,
exactly.
You know what I mean?
So I feel like it all depends on the at-home situation to see.
No, you're right.
How shit'll go. Like everybody goes through different shit. Like not saying like that was my shit, but it was.
No, I agree. I think definitely.
Some people got step pops that be regulating shit.
No,
some people
real
got
shit.
step pops that ain't on nothing.
No, real shit.
You know what I'm saying? So
real shit. Real
that
shit.
dynamic, you know, the brother dynamic. That's why you got some brothers that love each other to death. Some brothers that hate each other to death. Some brothers that's inseparable. Some brothers that will never come together.
Yeah.
Shit is wild, and a whole bunch of different scenarios in between.
That's just that I don't get.
Brothers that grow up together, whether they like each other or not, 9 times out of 10, they're not gonna let another person disrespect their brother.
Yeah, at all.
Whether they like them or not.
Literally, my brother, we literally, Jaquan fought for me and I fought for Devin over disrespect. Literally. So you're right, 1,000%. Survey says, ding, 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 ding. No, you're right, 1,000%. I think, for me to get into the question, I think brotherhood definitely affects your identity. Either way, because even in that situation, it'll still affect his identity because it may make him a certain way. So it still affects. You get what I'm trying to say? And in another setting, even with the Pops there, it does because we all may be doing the same thing. like I said, the secret society thing. Once you get older, you all start talking to each other, confiding each other in certain private information, whether it's girls, whether it's sports, whether it's whatever it is. Whether it's something that you want to do, but you're not sure to tell your parents yet, but you ask your brother, what y'all think if I do this? Or what? It could be something small, but I think your brothers kind of give you confidence. I think brotherhood definitely affects your identity 1,000%. 1,000%. So how do upbringing, culture, and community shape like personal morals and values? How y'all feel about that? How does like your upbringing? How does upbringing, culture, and community? So like how you come up, like the culture around you and the community around you basically shape the person's personal morals and values.
You adapt to your environment. So, alright, so I say for example, I live here. I left here for 23 years, right? But I learned so much from living here because you see certain shit.
Right.
So when you see certain shit, you learn shit. You learn to not ever have your back to nothing. You learn to never stand by the window, stand by the doors. You learn. It's quick. It's adapting. It's not when you move into certain areas or even go to certain areas, you still doing the same stuff because you thinking, oh, I'm back in the neighborhood.
Right.
I gotta make sure that this not this. Even though sometimes you might just be in a regular cool little scenery.
Right.
But I think it depends on like really what avenues and what networking or even what money your parents might have. Like for instance, I live here, like I said. But my mom was able to get me to another school, even though you went to the same school. So basically, I follow my brothers. Same connection right there. Us being brothers. I saw his path. I said, oh, I understand that. I like that. And I can play football too. Why not? I see what he's doing. I met the coach. I did everything. I'm already low-key, tapped in. I'm already there. So why not tap into the same avenue? And I just feel like having different avenues out of that will shape a different person.
Okay. Basically, so you think that it does like it shapes it, like basically it shapes like
honestly
it heavily shapes a person morals and like it has a heavy influence. Excuse me.
Because in certain areas, I mean, some people they don't know when their last meal is, when their next meal is.
I think
so. Sometimes they hungry, so they do it a little. They go for it a little harder. I mean, that's just straight facts.
I think it definitely does, but to power with you, I think it also involves like I guess so upbringing into parents. I don't know. I feel like they all shape in different ways. Some do and some don't. Some have higher influence than others. So upbringing, obviously, because that's like first. That's like primary. Like that's like right there. Upbringing is like your family, your mom, your dad, first relation. You get what I'm trying to say? So, and then culture, that's whatever your family exposes you to. You know what I'm trying to say? And your community as well. Even if you live in certain communities, if you never go outside, they say you're not going outside. You can live in the worst neighborhood ever. You never go outside. You go straight across the neighborhood to a different school, and then after that, when you finish that school, you go to a different high school across the neighborhood, and then you go to a college, and then you move out of that neighborhood. The community and the culture around it didn't really affect you. It was really your upbringing that mostly affected your outcome.
Right.
So
depends on your situation.
Depends on your situation. So I definitely would say that, but I agree. In a way, like you said, I kind of agree with you in a different way. Basically going against the other two, like your upbringing basically has the highest influence. I feel like, but other two, kind of.
I feel like. Depending on age, because when the younger you are, the bigger the sponge. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, and where I grew up at in Coney Island, that now we talking about community. Where I grew up at in Coney Island, as soon as you get out your fucking building, you have to play basketball.
Right. With basketball.
That was just the way everybody thought. even the niggas hustling on the block, what's the questions they gonna ask you? Why you not on the court?
Why you play basketball?
Right. Oh, should you, go play basketball. Go play. So it's like, I think about this shit a lot. Like, if I didn't grow up in Coney Island, nigga,
I never play basketball.
I wouldn't say never play basketball.
Well, you think you'd be that good?
But I don't think, fuck being that good, I don't think I would take it as serious.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
But I could pod that too, because it's a bunch of people. Coney Island has a heavy culture, but
what? Coney Island has the biggest basketball culture on the East Coast.
I don't want to start. I don't want to call him like this right now, because I know he gonna go crazy.
Don't give a fuck.
That's where he from.
Nobody.
We can do this part another day, because this gonna be a
whole.
This gonna go into the sports. You know what I'm saying? No,
niggas done seen Steph. Niggas
listen, that is like that's a Brooklyn. That's a Brooklyn headquarters. It's a bunch of NBA pros from Queens. That's what I'm gonna say.
2 square miles.
It's a bunch of NBA pros from Queens too. Lamar Odom, Rayford Austin.
I'm not talking about Queens.
No, not like that.
Listen.
We talking about New York City.
No, but listen.
It's the East Coast.
But listen, I'm not talking about Queens.
No, I'm talking about New York City.
Wait, listen.
Go ahead.
I'm not talking about Queens. When you say Queens, you gotta say Queens in Brooklyn.
Of course,
I'm talking about a small.
We already connected. Jackie Robinson.
I'm talking about a small part of Brooklyn. Very small, 2 square miles.
Yeah.
That's produced over 10 NBA players.
I get what you're saying. You're talking about the whole borough compared to that. I get what you're saying.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about these 2 square miles, this town.
That's a fact. You got
Coney
Steph, Bassey, Isaiah, and Lance.
Those are people that had multiple years in the NBA. Don't forget Quincy Doobie. You know who Quincy Doobie is? He played for the Kings.
No.
He's from Coney Island.
Okay.
Yeah. You got Derek D. Flight Brown, who played on some sketchy contracts. You know what I'm saying, to say the least. Derek D. Flight Brown. Jamel Thomas.
Okay, Jamel Thomas. Okay.
There's Chris Taft.
Okay.
There's a lot more people that I know.
Okay.
There's over 10 of them.
But from I don't want to par him with this
2 mile radius.
So what I'm
saying is this: is that community will definitely shape your morals and your values depending on what's going on in your community.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So my morals, it'll be more so my upbringing. My upbringing will give you your morals, like like that even goes with your manners. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like or how do you process certain things, or what's right and what's wrong. You know what I'm saying? That goes with your upbringing. That also mixes in with your culture.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because us living in New York is a little different for us when you say culture, because niggas could be anything and live in the same neighborhood. Like I could be anything and live in the same neighborhood as anybody else. That's just how New York is. But your community, it'll really like push towards and your upbringing. It'll push towards your values. You know what I'm saying? Like, what are the people outside of your door doing? What are your friends on the block? What are we doing? What are we coming to as a collective mentally to push forward and do?
Yeah.
Like that. Like even like I'm watching a movie. Little Philly niggas want to do bikes and shit because in the summertime on Sundays shit be lit. So now they want to get their bike shit up. If they didn't live over there,
they wouldn't
care about that shit.
Right? Yeah, it wouldn't be a big thing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
you're right.
I feel like your community really.
That's like one of those when you hang around. 3 people that play basketball, you're the 4th person to play. You know what I mean? That's like that. You know what I mean?
100%.
So,
you bound to play. These the niggas that you fucking with every day.
Put a jersey on. You want a jersey? Hardball, G baby. You hear me? Let's get into mental health, man. How y'all feeling? How y'all fellas doing? You know what I'm saying? Mental health wise.
Oh, like our mental health?
Yeah, how y'all mental health feeling?
Good.
Good? How you feeling,
I just came back from Disney World.
You know what I'm saying? Disney World.
Nothing more beautiful than Disney.
Feel me? How you feeling, Dad? Gucci mental health check.
I'm okay.
I'm
not struggling.
Yeah, I like how I left the glasses. Yeah, I believe him.
I just gotta. I'm here.
Yeah, I'm here.
You know?
Nah, that's a fact.
But yeah, I'm good.
Yeah,
I'm in good spirits. I got my job. I was like, I'm cool.
Yeah.
got my car, you know, apartment, you know.
Feeling good. Looking good, feeling better. You know what I'm saying?
Getting paid, that's all I'm doing.
Nah, that's a beautiful thing.
What about you? How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good, man. Honestly, I'm really feeling good. I got this wedding coming up, so I've been like
big time.
Yeah, big time. You know what I'm saying? Not stressing, but
anxious
a little bit. Anxiety. No, I'm joking. A little anxious. Just a lot of stuff that I've been planning. There's a lot going into it, so just ready for it, happy for it. But mentally, I'm feeling great. You know what I'm saying? Two little babies. Well, one about to be one. You know, I just had a beautiful party. You know what I'm saying? We chilling. The wedding coming up. We're gonna do our thing, go on the trip, a guy's trip. Probably, maybe we see. I don't know. Wedding. Then we supposed to go to Disney right there.
Yeah, man.
And we supposed to go to Curacao for the honeymoon. I got a lot of stuff coming up for the summer. I'm gonna do a B&B in August. Like I want to do a B&B, like go to the pool or something calm. Probably do a barbecue one day, do for like a weekend, so have it lit.
Like some Pocono shit.
Yeah, like that basically, literally that.
Go hiking.
Yeah. Barbecue. You know what I mean? NCAA, who y'all think you'll win? March Madness.
I'm going with my cousin.
Your cousin.
Cooper Flag, nigga. What you talking about? Come on.
Cooper Flag, Duke, he got 30 the other night.
37, 6, and 3
Arkansas got knocked off by Texas Tech, man.
I'm gonna say this about that game.
Who, Florida still in it?
Come on, of course.
Yeah, I'm going Florida then.
You going Florida?
Yeah, I like
Who
Florida.
else in there?
Got the nigga that's 7'9".
Florida is tough.
He ain't playing though. He redshirt freshman.
Florida is tough. I just like big guards. I like mad athletic.
7'9".
Redshirt, 7'9".
Yeah, Florida. I'm going Florida, man.
You going right to the A. Who you?
I'm going.
Nigga said I ain't never played college.
That's like son at West Ham. I remember I played him my senior year. I was telling he was like 7'1". My next, like, I think my freshman or sophomore year, he was getting drafted like 15th. Georgie something from Greece, 7'1". He was going to West Ham. Got drafted.
I played 1-7 for the Jordan Dickerson.
I played a couple.
Lincoln.
Haverford had one. Devin played Mobamba.
You played Mobamba?
Yeah, he went to West Ham.
He cooked y'all?
He played Cam Reddish. I played DeAndre Hunter.
You played Cam Reddish.
I played DeAndre Hunter went to First Central.
See, look. Yeah.
Briscoe, I did Briscoe. Tyler Ennis. I played Carl Anthony Tyler. He went to St. Joe Metuchen. Was son that with the Temple. He was a senior when Carl was a sophomore. We played him in this a tournament. I was a sophomore.
He was OD?
He had like 20. He was doing the same game.
He only had 20?
He had like 20 something.
In high school?
Yeah.
That's
we lost by like 13, 14, 15. We was nice.
That's why.
We had my son Denzel that went to Oklahoma with a buddy.
Oh.
That's why.
We had a little squad. My son Marcus went to Fairfield. We had a couple of players. It was nice. But he was nice. He was nice. That was his sophomore year though. 20 with a couple of D1 players.
Nah, that's really good. Sophomore year, that's really good.
Wow. NBA players, who y'all got?
Why you keep asking that, bro?
You
Lakers! Nigga, Lakers!
You don't want to talk about it no more because the Lakers gonna lose?
Lakers ain't, come on. You know how easy this shit gonna be for us.
You just seen that Josh Giddey walk off from half court.
That's a beautiful and it's
That
amazing.
was
Are
crazy.
they making it to the playoffs?
That was crazy.
Is the Chicago
They beat them
Bulls in
twice.
contention? Who
I don't
cares?
even know.
It's Chicago.
But the Knicks clinched though. You know? I like the orange over there, Dev, by the way.
You
I like
know.
the orange.
I'm jacking the Knicks.
The Knicks
Kind
clinched.
of, you know.
But you know the Lakers.
Shout out to the Lakers though. I fuck with the Lakers. I ain't gonna lie. I told you Bronny might be an X
You
factor.
over here talking
Bronny
about
gotta be an X factor for
talking
me.
about the Bulls and Josh Giddey.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna lie. I was tight. That was Braun. You did some bullshit. You turned it over. Niggas hit the three. Like Braun fucked up a couple times in that game.
He did bad that game.
He fucked up.
Are they investigating Braun? How they investigated fucking Porter?
They might. How they Terry Rozier. I don't know. He might have did some shit. Fucked up my slip, I'll tell you that.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, I don't like him going on Pat McAfee. We did a reaction, but I don't know. How y'all feel about that? Him and Stephen A going back and forth. He's saying Stephen A is like on Taylor Swift run and all of that.
Pat McAfee shit, nigga, Braun going
Pat
in there.
McAfee, Pat McAfee.
I don't give a fuck what his name is. McAfee. You know how many times I done walked into a white establishment, they said my shit wrong? Fuck out of it. I feel like Braun should have went on $1 million worth of game, or he should have went on It Is What It Is. But one thing I would say about the interview was good. It was clear. It was concise. Braun showed that he's a human. Niggas don't like that Braun got a sense of humor. Also, they don't like that he got his own ego. This is LeBron James. You think he got where he at by not being who he want to be? Fuck what niggas think about what he's saying. Fuck. Stephen A. Smith, he is going on a fucking Taylor Swift run. The nigga keep mentioning that shit every day. Then he talking about, oh, he would have swung.
Man, Brian, you act like a bitch.
Come on.
I ain't gonna lie. Niggas can't tell you because they up there and all that. Brian, I'm keep it to you. I act like a little bitch. Going to Pat McAfee show. He going to Stephen A. show. He keep talking about me, man. Changing your voice and shit. Get the fuck out of here, bro. You be like, in the game, like, box the fuck out. That's how you be talking in the game. You go on Pat McAfee, start changing your voice and shit. I wasn't really fucking with that shit. First of all, Stephen A. went on Girls Arena. You should have went to It Is What It Is or some shit like that. I don't know. Like Chin said, you could even went to Pat McAfee, but just keep it real. Just like,